Guys, and welcome to a new video. This is definitely gonna be a vlog style video, which is why I'm sitting on this awkward position. Basically, I was thinking that maybe I'll not sit here where I normally film my videos and do the intro, but the lighting in a lot of parts of this room is really weird. So this is the best possible position that we can sit and get an intro out of the way and kind of tell you what this video is going to be about. So I already told you it's going to be a vlog style video, and today is the 31st of October. Just to give you a little context, so throughout the month of October I have kind of rotated among quite a few products, picked and choose out some stuff, and that is going to be the primary portion of this particular video is me picking and choosing our products and showing you like my thought process and stuff. So that is the footage that I'm going to be including first. After that, I am also planning on sharing with you kind of the newer rotation products that I picked like 2 days back or so, which is more like winter focused. So since the past couple of days my skin has been feeling really dry, so the products that I had chosen earlier and that I was using earlier may or may not like continue working for me. So that's the reason I decided, okay, it's time to kind of switch up things just a little bit, and I am focusing on a lot of Put Simply products, because in the month of November I kind of want to do this like me actively using just Put Simply in my routine. Of course, because this brand doesn't have products like serums and treatments and all that stuff, they just have the basics, which is cleanser, moisturizer and sunscreen. So my basic steps is going to be Put Simply skincare, and then there is also going to be other products that I have incorporated, which I will show you in like the second part of this video. So first I'm going to insert the clips of me basically picking and choosing our products throughout the month of October. I have 2 specific days where I did that and I filmed it obviously, so I will share that first right now. Okay, so here we go. We have some stuff on the top right here, and then we also have stuff on the bottom. Things have changed a little bit around here. There has been some rearranging that's been done, so I'm going to explain to you why. So all the stuff in the bottom drawer is stuff that has never been touched, never been swatched, never been used, not even opened. Apart from, I think this I have just swatched a little bit for myself, but I haven't actually used on my face. But apart from that, all the other stuff is absolutely untouched, whereas stuff that is on the top might have been used a couple of times. It's stuff that is opened, apart from the perfumes. Obviously, that's a separate category. I'm just talking about the skincare over here. So yeah, there is that. Now we are going to be picking up just a couple of moisturizers, because I actually used up 2 moisturizers in the span of 24 hours, and those are these 2. So the Earth Rhythm Phytoceramide I used up last night. I cannot pump out any more. Of course, there is stuff that is stuck to the walls and all that, but for the most part we're done with this. So I need to pick a new nighttime moisturizer. And then this morning I used up my Conscious Chemist Hydro Plus my multi hyaluronic acid gel cream. So I already have a day cream, so I'm not going to be picking a new day cream, but I'm going to be picking a night cream, which is right here. This is the Chemist at Play night cream. I have already used it, so I know what the texture is like, and I do really like it. So I'm going to pick this out, but I'm also going to be picking out this is the Plum Renewed Clarity and Night Gel, Green Tea Renewed Clarity Night Gel. I have completely even forgotten the name. That's how long it's been since I've been like in touch with this product. So we have one here, and then I also have one that is here, and I kind of have to use these up soon, because they are going to be expiring I think in Jan or Feb 2023. So yeah, that's the reason I'm picking out one, because I just want to at least go through this, and that will give me motivation to then also use that. So yeah, that's what I'm picking out today. Hey guys, so today we're on the bed instead of being on the floor, because there are 2 products that I used up today. Also, I'm sorry, the lighting is a little weird. It's getting close to sunset time. It's like 4:30, but it's a little gloomy, so I'm sorry for the lighting. But these are the two products that I actually used up this morning when I was doing my morning skincare routine. I used up my sunscreen as well as the Earth Rhythm Blemish Control concentrate. So I got like half a use, I would say, out of this, and even less out of this. I like barely got one pump out of it. So it's time that we replace these two in my routine and add some new products. Also, by the way, I did take off my nail paint sometime back, so yeah, my nails are breathing currently, so excuse the fact that they don't look the best. But I'm going to share with you the products that I'm going to be adding into my rotation. And even though I do have my skincare organization system right here, but I'm not going to take you through that because the products I'm actually going to be rotating in have been kind of like in and around my house. So let me tell you what those are. So this is the One Thing Niacinamide 10% solution, which is going to be my niacinamide product of choice. I wanted to say serum, but because this is more like a toner essence, this is going to be like my treatment step to replace this right here. And then for sunscreen, I'm adding in these two. I'm going to basically be using them together because I'm not sure if you saw my 5 days 5 sunscreens video before this or after, but these two I tried out in that video, and on their own I kinda like this, but I hate this. This just does not work on its own for me. And the Put Simply sunscreen is very dewy, even though I can make it work, but I have realized that when I use them together, it actually gives me a more decent finish, and that way I will be able to use up the Dot & Key as well. But I do not recommend this to anyone, especially if you don't like a sunscreen that gives you white cast. Please stay away from the Dot & Key. I was not happy with that at all. And the Put Simply one is good, but again, like I said, it's a little too dewy. I definitely prefer something like the Dermaco. And we also have one more sunscreen, which is this right here. This is the Deconstruct Gel sunscreen, and like you can tell from the condition of this tube, this one has already been used quite a bit. I don't use it every single day, but on days where I want to quickly like do my skincare, makeup, get ready to film and stuff like that, this is my go-to sunscreen. Absolutely love that stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna have this in the rotation as well. Okay, so now that you saw the products that I was using in the month of October, now I'm going to show you the products that I'm going to continue using in the month of November and what my current skincare routine looks like. So let's move on and see that. Hey you guys, and welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be doing my morning skincare routine. As usual, my skin is feeling very parched, so I'm just going to like jump right into the routine, and then I'll also talk through everything simultaneously. So the first thing I'm going to put on my face, I did of course cleanse in the shower, but after that my second step is going to be the One Thing Niacinamide 10%. Now this can be a little bit tricky to use. I'm going to show you how I actually use it in real life. So I basically just pour it on my face because it is super watery. Okay, if you take it in your hand and if you try to like slap it on your face, actually, you know what, let's try it. Let's like take thoda and try to like put it on, because when I've tried doing this in the past, I end up getting this in my eye, and it does burn just a little bit. I have to tell you that if this gets into your eye, it's gonna burn initially for a couple of seconds. I mean, eventually it does get normal, but the initial burn is not fun. So I'm just gonna put this all over my face. Now of course people are gonna tell me, Acha, if this is so watery and runny, then why don't you just use a cotton pad? Well, I don't want to use a cotton pad for this specific product because a lot of the kind of like fluid, I want to say, yes, it's burning my eye, which is why I'm like squinting. But yeah, a lot of the product will get absorbed into the cotton pad, so I feel like there would be wastage. Also, I felt like this would be more so like a serum, and because there's a lot of quantity, it would last a super long time. But I have been using this for a couple of weeks and I've already used up this much, so I feel like it's not gonna last an extremely long amount of time. and because it is more expensive as compared to like your traditional serum. I mean, this is close to like 1000, whereas your traditional serum would be somewhere close to like 300, 400, maybe even 500 rupees. So considering that, this is definitely more expensive, but it's still a good product. It's super lightweight, and right now it works really well. But as we approach the winters and my skin gets more and more dry, I feel like a lot of these products I will have to swap out. So I'm going to show you my current routine. Currently we're in the end of October. Like today is basically Bhai Dooj, the day I'm sitting down and filming this, so that gives you like an estimate as to where we are in terms of timeline. And this has been my routine, I want to say, for like the past 10 days or so. So yeah, I will then show you my updated routine as well, because this video is gonna go up somewhere in the end of November, beginning of December, I believe. So you will see a lot of like transitions from like my pre-winter routine to then my actual winter skincare routine. But now let's put on moisturizer, because we've been talking for a while. So for moisturizer, I have the Phyto Clear Moisturizer by Earth Rhythm. I have been absolutely loving this particular moisturizer. It is a little lightweight, so maybe it's not like enough in terms of the hydration and moisturization. So you can see I'm using a lot of product, and some people will tell me, oh my god, this is a lot. Well, my skin will literally drink all of it up, so it's totally fine. And ideally I should be using a more thicker, heavier moisturizer, which we will eventually do that once I use this up. But because I have this open, I don't want to just leave it open for the next 4 months, because if I don't finish this up now, I will only get to use this in like March 2023, because tab tak to it's going to be winters only, so I can't use a super lightweight moisturizer. So right now I'm just trying to use this up basically and get it out of my collection, and then I will repurchase it in the summers for sure. So that's the Earth Rhythm Phyto Clear Moisturizer. Now, because the first two products have been more on the lightweight side, I have to make sure that the sunscreen I'm using is a lot more hydrating to kind of compensate and make sure that my skin doesn't dry up in the middle of the day. So for that, I'm using the Dr. Sheth's Ceramide and Vitamin C sunscreen. This one is more of like a dewy sunscreen, and it's also pretty nice and like moisturizing. So this one is going to work well. I'm just going to I've taken 2 finger lengths on my hand, actually a little bit more than 2 finger lengths if you're going to be honest, and I'm just going to apply this all over. When I was using it earlier, like when I first tried it out like a month or 2 ago, I felt like this was really dewy, but now I've been using it since the past couple of days and my skin loves it. My skin drinks all of this up so quickly. It is basically, you know, perfect to use right now. Another sunscreen that I've been using, the other sunscreens I've been using before I started using Dr. Sheth's were the Aqualogica sunscreens, and I'm pretty sure those will work well too, but those are not as moisturizing as this one is. I'm also going to put a little bit on the back of my neck, chest, face, ears. I do forget the ears. So let's cover all of these regions nicely. And can you see how nice and supple and dewy and healthy my skin looks? Yeah, that's what I want. And it's not too shiny. I know a lot of this is going to get absorbed within a couple of minutes. So once it dries down and we're ready to put makeup, it's going to be perfect. So yeah, I have a while before I do my makeup today, to be honest. So I'm just gonna like soak in this amazing skincare, and that is that. Now I will kind of insert either my nighttime skincare routine, or that I've been like switching up and adding some really nice, amazing hydrating night creams, or I'll show you like my winter switch up, and then we'll move on to the nighttime skincare routine. Good morning, you guys. So today we're going to be doing my morning skincare routine, and because my face is absolutely parched and dry, we're going to dive right into it. I did pick out a whole bunch of new products that I'm going to be showing you today, and I'm going to be like showing you the skincare routine basically that I have in mind that I'm going to be doing with these products. And of course eventually I will also do a review on all these products. I can definitely give you my first impressions as to the texture and the formulation and how they feel and how these products work in conjunction with each other, but I cannot give you like a full-on in-depth review, especially of like products like this. Okay, like for example, let me just start by talking about them and applying them while I also continue talking about what I wanted to say. So this is the Conscious Chemist True Biome Pigmentation Corrector Cream. This is what it looks like. I believe this is supposed to be a moisturizer because they did launch 3 other moisturizers, so like 4 in total: a vitamin C, a hyaluronic acid, a retinol, and then a pigment correction moisturizer. Now you guys, what was weird with this is that when I first got it and I did pump and like swatch to see the texture and stuff, this product was like red in color. Like if you know like what the color of cherries or like pomegranate is like, that was the color of this. And then I put it back into my collection, and it's been just a few months, I think just 2 or 3 months since I've had this. And when I took it out to use it for this video, I want to show you what the color of this looks like. It's become a little grosser looking, if I'm going to be completely honest, and it's got this like mustardy color now. So I can tell you that the color of this product has definitely changed, and if anyone has used it, I want to know your thoughts. It's been a while, which is why I feel like I cannot claim for like a refund or an exchange or something. So I just got it and I started using it, and I've been using it for the past week or so, and I want to show you like it completely absorbs into the skin, doesn't leave any sort of like color or anything behind. So I mean, that is good. And this is kind of like my serum step because since we're in winters, my skin has become, I'm taking a little extra by the way, my skin has become dry, and I feel like I don't have serums that are like a little bit more hydrating, creamy, milky, etc. I do have the Plum niacinamide, the 10%, the original one, that I do want to use. I had like saved that one for the winter, so I will be using that, but I didn't incorporate that right now in this particular rotation because the moisturizer I'm using also has niacinamide in it, so I felt like that would be like way too much niacinamide all at once. So yeah, this one, the texture, even though the color is changed, but the texture, the way it applies and all of that is pretty good. I do like it. So I'm just going to continue using it and see if I notice any differences in my skin. I will keep you updated. Moving on, next for our moisturizer, we have the Put Simply Water Dam moisturizer. This one, you guys, has a beautiful texture. I love the way this applies. I'm going to show you. It's got this beautiful white like lotion, and it's this hydrating cushion cloud cream that you can just put on your skin. And do you see how it, like, my skin literally drinks it up. I feel like if I had to compare this, the Formula RX, the original one, what is it called, Baleo Relief Moisturizer, is a little bit more like not as lotiony and cloud like, maybe a little bit more like a cream, but both of them do apply kind of similarly on the skin if I have to compare the two. So yeah, this one is beautiful. Love the way it applies, love the way it sits on the skin. I guess I'm gonna wait just for a little while for this to get absorbed into the skin, or maybe, you know what, while I'm waiting for this to get absorbed into the skin, I can kind of talk to you about what I was talking to you earlier. So basically a couple of days back I picked out the products, and this is kind of like the assortment. I have 3 products. I'm just gonna quickly show you the sunscreen also, but this is this is kind of the serum step that we're first gonna like start out with, then the moisturizer, which I already showed you these two, and then for the sunscreen I also have the Put Simply sunscreen. This is the Beat the Sun sunscreen broad spectrum PA 4 pluses, SPF 50 plus. So yeah, this one I've been using, and again I had used it in the past as well when I first got it and I was trying it out, but I figured that, you know, this is one of those sunscreens I feel like I would enjoy a little bit more in the winters when my skin is drier, and I wasn't wrong. I think it was a smart decision to just wait for a few weeks before I could exclusively start using this, and that's what I've pretty much done now. I have put like all the Put Simply products, like I just used the cleanser in the shower before I sat down to film this video, and I've been using that consistently both morning and night to cleanse my face, and I do really like it. I love the texture. The scent of the product did not bother me earlier. By the way, there's no fragrance in these products, so when I say scent, I'm talking about the natural fragrance. The natural fragrance of the product did not bother me as much earlier when I first got it, but I feel like now that I've been using it consistently every single day, morning and night, it does bother me a little bit more, so I have to, you know, mention that. But apart from that, that's a beautiful, very nice hydrating cleanser. I feel like since it's the winters and we don't want to over dry our skin even more because it's already dry, that is a great product. And then these like serum moisturizer products have also been working really well for me. I know that this is more of a moisturizer as compared to like a serum, but because I'm using it this time of the year, or maybe if you have just dry skin in general 365 days of the year, this product would work much better for you if you really want to get this as a serum instead of a moisturizer. That's all I'm trying to say. So there is that. Of course, I cannot tell you this quickly if it's going to help with my pigmentation or not, but yeah, I do have a little bit of pigmentation, like you can see. It's definitely faded and like evened out a little bit, but I'm still going to continue using this and like just seeing how it works. The moisturizer, again, I love this so freaking much. Of course, it's a little bit expensive if you see as compared to like a regular under 500 rupee moisturizer, but if you want a really good texture, if you want something that is hydrating on the skin and moisturizing without being too greasy, I think that this is absolutely perfect. I would love using this even like the rest of the year, like during summers or monsoon. I feel like this is like an all year round moisturizer for me. I would absolutely love it. I just wish, I mean, I have to see how long this tube is going to last me, and if it's not going to last super long, if I'm going to use it up very quickly, then I might have to rethink my decision, because I do want something that, you know, I'm not gonna run out in like a week or two, you know what I mean, especially when I'm spending a little bit more money. This is close to, I think, 700-800 bucks without any offer or discount, and if I can get an offer or discount, you best believe I'm going to snag that up right away. But yeah, I've been absolutely loving this moisturizer. Also, in terms of the nighttime skincare routine, I have been doing a lot of really interesting things which I want to talk to you about. But before that, I think it's time for sunscreen. So I'm going to take 2 finger lengths of the Put Simply sunscreen. I thought I had a lot of product in here. I don't know why it's like making these sounds जैसे कि मतलब खत्म होने वाला है, because I've barely used this like 10 times, I want to say. तो इतना जल्दी तो खत्म नहीं होना चाहिए, but ठीक है, let's see. I always have like a running list of like sunscreen tube का usages, like Dermaco वाला will last you like 20 uses, and then there are some that will last you a little more or a little less, या जो भी है. एक tally counter करके app है in my phone that I use for this purpose, मतलब for the purpose of tallying basically. So like you can see, this is definitely a little bit white looking when you first apply it, ठीक है? But once you keep massaging and massaging and massaging, it doesn't pill, which I think is very, very important to note, and it's a very good thing that it doesn't pill. And of course we have to credit the moisturizer as well, because we're using hydrating moisturizer underneath, not something that's like silicone heavy. I think that is also one of the reasons why this is not pilling, which is nice. And can you see कि once you keep massaging and massaging and massaging, it gets absorbed so much better into the skin, doesn't leave sort of white cast, any white cast. The only thing that you need to be just a little bit careful about, I would say, is that sometimes it can leave these like lines. Like I have these necklines, right? So it's a crease, and wo crease mein the product might just settle, you know, and then if you forget to blend that out, it'll dry up, and then if you try to like remove it, so then it'll start like flaking basically. So yeah, now that I've completely blended this in, you can see it's leaving a beautiful like sort of dewy glow on the skin, and this glow is going to like eventually subside, let me tell you that as well. And there is no white cast, there is absolutely no white cast. This is one of the sunscreens I've never experienced a white cast with. मतलब there are certain sunscreens like Dot & Key जिसमें it will generally leave a white cast, but then you can make it work for you. This is not one of the sunscreens that you have to make it work for you, which I really, really, really like about it. Of course, the general finish wala aspect is there, that you have to make sure you're using it for the right skin type and the right environment. Like for me, if I'm using this in the summer, I will not like it, but the same thing in the winters, because my skin is a little bit more drier. Absolutely freaking love this. I have a lot of my favorite sunscreens like the Dermaco, like the Aqualogica, etc., that are great for me throughout the year, but winters mein I feel like it's just not enough. So that's where this comes to the rescue. So yeah, that's that is it. I'm gonna take your leave, and I'm gonna probably see you in a couple of hours, probably at the end of today, and then I will share with you my nighttime skincare routine and the selection of those products. Hey guys, so it's a couple of days later and I'm sitting here and basically waiting to do my nighttime skincare routine, which obviously I'm going to film with you guys and kind of show you what I'm going to apply today and what I'm generally using for my nighttime skincare routine. So today is retinoid night, and the retinoid I'm currently using and loving, and this is like my OG favorite. I want to say I started my retinoid journey with this. It's the Earth Rhythm Rapid Renew Concentrate. I have shown and used this product before as well. So I'm gonna take, I want to say 1.5 pumps of this, around this much, and apply it all over my face and my neck. So this is, like I was saying, the first retinoid that I started using. Absolutely fell in love with it, but I have to say that it can get a little expensive to like use this consistently, because it is a little more expensive, and I'm using this every other day at the moment. So I do go through it, I want to say, rather quickly. I mean, I would like for it to last a little bit longer, so I don't have to constantly keep repurchasing it, but yeah, that's that. After like having tried out other retinoids and coming back to this, I feel like it's worth spending the extra coin on this because of the results that I see with it. So yeah, I've done a whole dedicated video talking all about it. I don't want to go super in depth with that today. Today I want to show you more so the routine. So once I apply that on my cleansed face, I go in with my moisturizer. The one I'm currently using is the Chemist at Play Oily Skin Night Cream. I love the oily skin one as well as the dry skin one. I ended up giving the dry skin one to my mother and also a friend. I bought two tubs of this, if you watch the whole video, and I don't have either of those two with me anymore. This is in fact the one that I showed you in the whole video. It's the newer one. I used the one that I had earlier and opened up a new one, and then the other two I have given to other people, so I don't have any more of the Chemist at Play night creams in my collection, but I do plan to repurchase them. And I know for a fact that there is definitely going to be some sort of sale coming up eventually before the year ends. Either it's going to be a Black Friday sale or it's going to be some other sort of sale. So when that happens, you best believe I'm going to buy multiples of these. And like you can see, I apply a pretty thick and heavy layer of this all over my face, and that's mainly because in the winters my skin can tend to get really dry, and right now this looks like way too much. Actually, I do feel like I over applied just a little bit today because I don't have lenses in, or I don't have specs, and I do have like Durga Chashma, so I can't really see very clearly in my phone ka screen. So that tells you कि मेरा नंबर कितना ज़्यादा है कि मुझे इतने कम डिस्टेंस पे भी कुछ दिखता नहीं है. But it is what it is. So I don't really mind even if I have over applied. I know that all this product will eventually get absorbed into the skin, and you will see that by the end of this video. So yeah, that's all I do on my retinoid nights. On my non-retinoid nights, like I said, I do retinoid nights every other day. So on days where I have an off night and I'm not using my retinoid, I will use an AHA. And something that I started using, I would say rather recently, is the Isntree 8% AHA essence. This is what it looks like. It's basically a toner. First I thought it would be a little bit more of like a serum consistency, but no, this is like definitely a toner pretty much. So I would pump a little bit of this on a cotton pad and just wipe it all across my face. And after that you can either use moisturizer, like I could just use the Chemist at Play and use these two together, but what I've been doing instead is I've been pairing this with my Plum Green Tea Renewed Clarity Night Gel. Now again, both of these have AHAs in them, and if you're already using 8% AHA, you might probably not want to pair it with another AHA, but because my skin is tolerant and it doesn't mind it, I feel like I can make these two work together. Now the only reason why I'm using these two together is because I'm kind of trying to use this one up, and for that reason I feel like I have to incorporate this somewhere. Apologies for that interruption. I remember mentioning about how I need to kind of use this product up, and there is no other possible way that I can incorporate this in my skincare routine. And again, I just want to preface this by saying, for a lot of people, using 2 exfoliating products in their skincare routine could be too much. I do not recommend anyone to over exfoliate. I've been there, but I have over exfoliated and then it's caused problems for me, so please do not do that. Typically use either this with a moisturizer or just use this as like a single product in your skincare routine. Do not do 2 exfoliating steps. I'm just telling you that I use these two together because eventually once I run out of both these at the same time, you guys might probably wonder कि अच्छा ये इतना जल्दी कैसे ख़त्म हो गया, वो भी दोनों एक साथ. So that's the only reason I'm telling you that I'm actually using them together. So yeah, that's that. I do want to quickly mention sort of like a body care product per se, and that is the Earth Rhythm Resurface Face Concentrate. This has 10% fruit acids, 5% glycolic acid and 2% salicylic acid. So this is one that I purchased, and I just want to quickly mention this, even though I don't typically do that every single time. But when I received this, I found out that this is actually an expired product. So I spoke to Earth Rhythm. I when I say I spoke to them, I mean I emailed them and I asked them that this is the particular situation, and this is something that's very, very disappointing, because I've already shared with you that I've had multiple bad experiences with them. So they actually sent me a new one, and of course did not charge a single rupee for it, which was very kind of them to do. But at the same time, I didn't want to just throw away the product, because again, it's wasteful to do that. So I thought, you know what, let me try this on my body and see if it works. And I kind of have been struggling with a little bit of back pain every now and then, so I started using this on my back to kind of help with the back pain. So what I do is that at night, after I take a shower and I'm doing my skincare routine, I also would ask my mother to kind of apply this on my shoulders and on my back, and then use a moisturizer on top of it as an occlusive, and it has been helping a little bit. I don't know if it's just me regularly showering and taking care of my skin, making sure none of the sweat is sitting on my skin. That could also be part of why the back pain has kind of been solving the problem. It's happening on its own, or it might be this product which is also helping with it because of the little bit of exfoliation. So I just wanted to mention this is also something that I use. I don't really talk about my body care favorites or my body care routine as much, because I don't really have much of a routine, to be completely honest, but whenever I do, I feel like it's just helpful to mention that as well. But yeah, that is pretty much it. Also, I am pretty sure that my moisturizer, again, like I told you it will completely get absorbed into the skin, and that's exactly what happened. So that was that. Those are all the products that are currently a part of my nighttime skincare routine and that I've been using. I'm trying to keep things as simple and minimal as possible. So yeah, that's all that I have to share with you, and that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. I'm going to list and link everything down below. I know this was a very comprehensive video, and it was basically filmed over a longer span of time, and multiple days, multiple different things going on in this video. So yeah, I really hope that you enjoyed it and found it helpful. I will try to kind of make it a little bit more simpler to understand and curate a little bit more from next time onwards. So let me know if you would prefer that, or you would prefer this format as well. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. Until next time, bye.